to any other language, we have a looping concept in Salesforce. We have methods, which defines the behavior, what functionality any class will have. We have classes similar to Java. Apex is similar to Java, and you can say it is a subset of Java. For that, if you know what class is, what method is, what variable is, how you iterate anything through loops like for loop, while loop, do while loop, switch statements, right? How you can call the method, right? How you have primitive data types, right? And how you can have the reference of one to be stored in other variable. What is call by value and call by reference. How you can perform some kind of operations, whether it's string operation, whether you are having any summation on it. Suppose you want to get area of a box, right? Or area of a square or rectangle. So how you can perform those operations, right? How you can execute any code. Then we have how the inheritance works, how polymorphism works, right? And what are the access specifiers we have, who can access what. So these all things we have, and how you handle any kind of exception if there is any exception with data. So how you can handle it, and which is not in other programming language, and in which is in Salesforce, that's called governor limits. So whenever we use or execute any application or any code in Salesforce, so as you know, it is a multi-tenant architecture. So single resource is being shared by multiple people, used by multiple different organizations, right? So what Salesforce imposes, that one application or one code should not monopolize it. They should not use the CPU, 100% CPU if they are trying to use. They should not. They should only be able to access some allocated or limited amount of resources. You can just understand it like you are staying in a, let's say, in an apartment, a multi-story building, which is having, suppose, hundreds of flats, right? So resources are being shared, like water supply. Water is shared with everyone, right? And if someone uses it extensively, then at the end, the water tank will get empty, right? And others will suffer. But Salesforce does not want that kind of thing to happen. That's why it imposes a runtime exception, okay, which cannot be handled in terms of governor limits. So in governor limits, we have lots of limits, whether it's CPU timeout limit, whether it's a number of query you can execute in a particular transaction, whether you can execute number of TML operations, like you are trying to update or insert any record in Salesforce. So there are many things similar to that, where you are excessively using the resources. So there, if you are crossing the limit, then Salesforce imposes that governance limit. Okay, whenever you hit the limit, it sends an exception kind of things, you can say, and the execution of your application or code stops. So whenever we work on it, we need to be aware of the governor limits, and we need to write the optimal code. Okay, the best code we should write to achieve any functionality. Okay, and apart from that, we will also see what Apex classes are. Sorry, Apex text classes are. Apex classes I mentioned, Apex test classes are. So whenever you create any class or any trigger in Salesforce, the Salesforce says that to deploy that particular trigger or class to production environment, the overall test coverage should be 75%. So whatever class you are writing, that should be covered with test classes or test cases or test scenarios from your test methods or test classes which you write. Okay. So you also define the test cases based on which you test it. And once everything passes and your classes are having 75% coverage, it's the 75% coverage for overall. Okay. You can have some classes which can have a lesser one, but overall coverage of org should be 75%. Okay. And you cannot deploy trigger if it does not have any coverage. So that is the another catch. So you need to have a test class for trigger. Anyways, we will see what are the things we can do, what are the best practices we can follow. Okay. So now please share your screen. Who wants to share the screen? Sonakshi, should I make you host?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Yeah. I made you the host. Please share your screen and open the org, Salesforce org. Go to your gear icon, and there you will see developer console. Now, here you can see file, left side file, top. So new Apex class. Give it a name, any name. You can write box class or anything. Now, just forget about recruitment app. That is over. Okay, the app is done. And you saw without writing any code, you were able to create lots of functionalities. Right? So that's how the class looks. Okay. Now we want to have a box class. So box class can have what are the things? The box can have length, height, and width, right? So to declare a number, we use integer, full integer. Give it a name, integer. TE. Okay. Well, it is showing red color. Yeah. So if you see any red color, then there is one problem tab next to query editor. Yeah. So just change it TE to TI. And yeah. In a while, press Ctrl S for saving it. Yeah, it will show you the error, the syntax error. So without rectifying it, you cannot save. Your class will not be saved.
I should be capital.
No, that's okay. So now here also it is not like if you write capital I and small I, that would be the same. But in case of Java or any other programming language, you might face some issue. If you are having capital I and small I, they treat it as a different variable or different thing. But here, capital or small doesn't matter. It treats it same. Okay.
Okay.
So to have the volume, so it will have volume, right? Box will have volume. So volume of the class, what are the things we need? So we need to have a class, a method which will calculate the volume. Okay. So how we write a method? So one is public. Public is nothing but the access specifier, who can access it. So if you write anything as a public, that can be accessed across your source. No, that will come under your bracket only. Nothing is going to be outside the curly bracket of class. Okay, everything you write for a particular class will be inside that bracket only. So write public. Now there is second thing which is called return type. What value it is going to return. So as of now, we are going to put it void. That means it is not going to return anything. And as you are calculating volume of box, so you can give the name volume of box or something. Now small bracket open and close, and then curly bracket open. Yeah. So whatever. So this curly bracket is called scope of the method. And after class, box class, the curly bracket which you have in line number 1. Okay. So that line number 1. So from there to line number 10, the curly bracket which is showing in green, that's called scope of the class. Okay. So whatever opening and closing bracket you have, so in line number 5 to 7, it is scope of the method. Okay, so whatever variable you declare, that will be available inside that particular curly bracket. So you have written integer length, which is outside the curly bracket of line number 5. That means it will be available on inside your curly bracket, which is there for method. But if you write anything which is inside the curly bracket of 5 and 7, then it will not be available outside. That means you cannot write that, use that particular variable in line number 8 or 9. So you got, this is the called the scope. So whatever curly bracket is containing them, the scope will be within that curly bracket. This much is clear with everyone? Or is there anyone who is having any doubt? Anyone?
No doubt, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what should be the formula of volume? What should be the formula? Correct. So you have written volume, but again, you have not declared, or you can say define. You have declared the variable as volume, but you have not defined its type. Okay, you have defined it. So now it is of type integer, right? And now you want to have it. But as of now, have you initialized value of length, height or width?
No, sir.
Then how will you get? So initialize it. You can put length equals to any number. That's your own box, right? So you can have any length. No, put it in line number 3. Length equals to anything. Height and width.
How do I run and check it, sir?
Click on
Yes.
debug.
Table?
Debug.
Wait. How will you come to know that this is the value? So we have something called as system.debug. Yeah, you can use that first one. So here you can write the volume of the box, whatever text you want to see, equals to. And then after this single quote, you can put plus sign and the variable name volume. So this much is clear with everyone.
Yes, sir.
Now we are just trying to display. Now,
Do I have to put a comma also here, like Java?
no. Only plus. That's it. Now save it, Control S. If you have any issue with syntax, the problem will show you that error. So as now it is not having any syntactical error. So now go to debug on top. Yeah, open execute anonymous window. From here, you can call your method. So first of all, you need to create the object of your class. So how we create the object of the class? The class name, that is box class, and any variable name. You can give my box or anything, equals to new, again class name, and small bracket open and close. Similar to Java, similarly, it's the same thing. In Java, we have the same syntax, new and the class name, right? Or the constructor which is called, right? So same thing is here as well.
Mhm.
Now, if you want to call a method, then what you do? The variable name which you have declared, copy and paste please. Dot the method name which you want to call. Yeah, small bracket open and close. Semicolon. That's it. Click on execute. And now you can see debug logs. Click on that. Click on the debug log. The first one. Yeah. Below. Yeah, double click. You double click. And now you can see some filter, debug only. Click on debug only, checkbox. What is that? So it is giving 1656. Just calculate it, whether it is giving correct volume or not.
Yes.
Change the values and see.
Yes, I'm working fine.
What about others? Guys, are you able to call the method and calculate the volume?
Yes, sir.
Emmanuel, were you able to do that?
Yeah, I was following all of it.
So any issue you're facing?
Nope, not any issue at the moment.
Great, great. Now it's like we have put some value, length, height, and width, and we are using it. But what if we have different width and different length and different height? How we can have the method which can accept different height, length, and width, and based on the input it can give different volumes, right? So you can have it like, you can just do one thing. You can comment line number 3. Yeah, double slash. Yeah. Now you can give some parameter on the method. So line number 5, you have bracket, right? So you can give integer, length, integer, full name, integer. Yeah, length, comma, integer, width, comma, integer, height. This is going to accept 3 parameters, right? You can save it and see if there is any problem.
Yes, there will be, Shan, because we have not put on the variable. They were
So
right.
that is there, right? So locally that will be available. So there is no problem. See, same name is available in line number 5. So same variable is available.
No, not the variable, the value.
Yeah, so value will come from your anonymous window. Go to anonymous window. No, anonymous window. Execute anonymous window.
Press
From
Control
where
plus E.
you were. Control E. Control plus E. Yeah. So here in volume box, you can pass 3, 2, 5, whatever you want to pass.
Okay.
Now execute it. Now check. Check the volume. Change the values in your anonymous window and see.
Yes, Shan, it's working.
Okay. So guys, you got it. How you can create a method, how you can call a method, how you can create a class. Anyone has any doubt?
No, sir.
So now you know how easy it is to work in Salesforce, right?
Yes, sir.
Even coding is very easy.
There is no need to write main method.
Yeah. So now you need to create method to get area of a circle. That will be homework. You can just note it down.
Mhm.
Area of a circle. Okay. And volume of a cone. Circumference of the circle. Area of a square. Area of a rectangle. Area of a cube. Area of a triangle. Okay. So this is the homework which you need to do. Okay. These
Oh.
are simple arithmetic operations which we generally perform, right? In our childhood,
Mhm.
right? You must have worked on cones, you must have worked on circle, you must have worked on cubes, anything, right? Right or not?
Yes, sir.
So that you can do, you can just check with it and create a method to give you the result based on the input, right? Like you might, for area of a circle, you might require the radius, right? So that you will pass and then you will calculate based on that, right? So this would be the homework which you need to do. And once that is done, we would be able to perform some other operations, right? So what you want? Do you want the class tomorrow or you want off? What you want? Please suggest.
We can have an off day tomorrow, Shan. Like always, like let's keep like just one day because
Okay.
then it becomes confusing, right?
Okay. Okay. Let's keep
Yeah,
it.
Saturday we'll keep as off day so that
Okay. So tomorrow is off.
yeah, you can yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. Then now, any doubt, any query so far?
No, sir.
No, Shan.
Great. So now you can enjoy your holiday. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much, Shan.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Take care.
Take care. Bye.